Students, we will continue our chapter, that is the chapter from geography, the Earth and the solar system. So today we will start our class with meteors. So what are meteors? Students, every night we see some bright streaks of light in the sky. What is streaks of light? That is, one light is passing and this way it goes. So whenever we see in the sky, very often we see that a streak of light. So these are called meteors. They are also known as shooting star. It is called shooting star also. What are these? Meteors are small pieces of rocks revolving around the sun. So if sun is here, these meteors all the time they revolve. All the time they revolve around the sun. The presence of meteors in the sky, when we can understand, only when they enter Earth's atmosphere. So if Earth is here, so this is called the atmosphere. That means the outer part of our Earth is called the atmosphere. Earlier we discussed. So in the atmosphere, many things are there. This is atmosphere, and when these meteors they try to enter the Earth's atmosphere, most of the meteors they burn up. That means they cannot enter here, only they burn. They cannot enter, they burn up and become gas. Some of them are very big. So most of the meteors are small, but some of them are big also. So when the big try to enter the Earth atmosphere, so they do not burn up. So what they hit the surface of the Earth and they are called meteorites. Meteorites. That means when they hit the surface of the Earth, they are called meteorites. That means when they try to enter the Earth's atmosphere, they are called meteorites. A well-known site in the meteor crater, that means in USA, one state is there, it is called Arizona State. There we can see when the big, it is well-known meteor, it enters the Earth's atmosphere and hit the Earth. And this site is now also it is there. If you search in the Google also you can find. So in your book also this picture is given. So it is in USA. So it is very famous. These were all about meteors. Now we will discuss comets. Now, what are comets? Students, do you know that 200 crore comets orbiting the sun? 200 crore comets are there in the sky and they orbit the sun. That means they roam around the sun. Comets are huge lumps of snow and rocky dust. That means it is made up of snow. That means a huge snow, and with that snow and rocky dust is there. Snow and rocky dust. So these comets are made up of snow and rocky dust. Each comet follows its own orbit around the sun. So when they orbit the sun, they follow their own path. Suppose here sun is there, so they follow their own path, and that means 200 crore comets are there, and each comet they follow their own orbit. Understood? When comets reach near the sun, that means 200 crore comets are there, and when if one comet goes near the sun, that means it is sun, and if a comet goes near the sun, they start glowing. So if 2, 3 are going near the sun, so they start glowing. How? Why they glow? Because of the reflection of the sun. That means when they get the light of the sun, so they start glowing and develop a long tail, and a long tail they develop. Understood? The most famous comet is the Halley's Comet. I think most of you have come to know about the comet, the Halley's Comet. It was last seen in 1986. Halley's Comet was last seen in 1986, and it will appear again in the year, that means after 76 years it will appear again in 2062. So 2062, it may be possible that you can also see this Halley's Comet again. Last one I think you have not seen because you have not taken part. So I think in 2022 you can see the Halley's Comet. It is most popular, and most of the people know this Halley's Comet. Now the constellations. What are constellations? Constellations are a group of bright stars. That means some stars, when we see in the sky, we see that some bright stars are together. 4, 5, 6, 7 bright stars are there. Many stars are there, but only clearly visible, only few stars together. In a group we see that yes, some stars are there. So they are called constellations. Students, the earlier people, they thought that here some figures are there. That means some animals figure or humans figure, some people's figure, and some mythological, that means God related some figures are there. So it is there believed that yes. So what they used to do, the constellations were believed to influence the daily life of people on earth. So seeing that, they try to understand this, yes, these groups tells this type of things. Suppose the daily life of the people, what they are doing, so this type of things, it is there in the constellations. So they try to understand. The constellations were used as a guide for planting and harvesting crops and slaughtering animals. So you can see in the picture that some constellations are there. So how they combine these stars, and they imagine, how they used to imagine that, yes. So you can see in the picture that many pictures are given. That means it is their assume that yes, this stars, it is telling this thing. So these are the things only they used to thought. In ancient, the most easily recognizable constellation is the Saptarshi. That means in the evening time, when the sun is going to set, that time if we see that yes, that Saptarshi. So it is the most recognizable. That means most of us we know that yes, Saptarishi is a constellation, and it is a group of 7 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is a group of 7 stars, this Saptarishi. And people used to find the north direction. So seeing these stars, the Saptarshi, the earlier people in ancient times, the people used to find the direction of north. How? The pole star, that means, pole means, we know that yes, this is like a pole. Suppose if we play football, we see that yes, 2 poles are there. So poles are standing only. So suppose you see that if we connect this, it will be like this. If we connect this, it will be like this. So no one is going straight upward. So these 2 stars only, that means the last 2 stars, it is going upwards. So it is the north direction. So they used to find the north direction like this. So this way the pole star helps them to find the north direction. We can also locate the position of the pole star with the help of Saptarishi. So nowadays also people are trying to find the direction with the help of Saptarishi. That means with the help of Saptarishi we can find the north direction. So this is about the constellations. So in this chapter we have come to know many things about the sky, and we have here finished the chapter. You go through the book, so you will understand the chapter, and we have discussed also all the things. So if you read the book, you will understand all the things. Okay, thank you.